I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another review. This is another review for Dolermo. Thank you so much for that. If anyone's interested in requesting pretty much any type of video, you can request it either directly to my PayPal or join me on my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. If not, no worries. But if so, thank you so much. But this is a review for Living in Oblivion from 1995. And this was a nice, interesting take on the making of the movie. And the film's in 3 parts, which I'll get to that. Steve Buscemi stars as a director of this low-budget film. And you got Dermot Mulroney from Young Guns and many others as the camera operator, which a lot of times he wants to film with an eye patch. Catherine Keener plays our lead actress of this film. James LeGros from Phantasm 2, among others. He plays the asshole actor. Peter Dinklage, I think, is one of his first films. He appears near the 3rd act as a person hired to be part of this dream sequence for this movie, for the movie within a movie. And like I say, it's in 3 parts because how do I do this without spoiling it? And it deals with the issues of making a film, whether it's screw-ups with the boom mic, focus, missed lines, there's a good take but the camera's not rolling, stubborn actors who think they're hot shit and want to take over, which is James LeGros' character, and going to do whatever they want, or relationships on a film, because James LeGros and Catherine Keener, something happened between them, so then James LeGros is acting up while they're shooting and doing all these certain things so that the camera can't see him. How certain people quit and things seem lost, but sometimes if you go with the flow, it could create something that much better, that much sweeter of a deal, so to speak. How certain accidents or, again, certain parts of fate can make a scene supposedly better. I thought the actors did their jobs well. Steve Buscemi, who usually his character is a bit more soft-spoken of a director and just trying to do the best that he can. And part of me would have loved to see them actually showcase the entire making of the film. I might have preferred that over the format. Maybe that's the one thing I have a little bit of issue, is the format this was done, which I'll get to. I do wish maybe this would be more typical, but it was just them showing the entire making of the film from beginning to end. I think that would have been, to me, more interesting. But the way it's done, I say it was in 3 parts, and this is a spoiler. The first 2 parts are dream sequences. Like the first part is all done in black and white, and that's when there's all these screw-ups and the boom mic and all this stuff is happening. I mentioned before, there's like the first 20-some minutes, and then you realize it's Steve Buscemi's dream, or his nightmare, as in, that's the worst case scenario for a director on set, is all this bad stuff happening. And then we get to James LeGros and Catherine Keener. They're splitting up. James LeGros, I like some of the lines of dialogue where he goes, "Oh yeah, I'm going to play a rapist who Michelle Pfeiffer gets with," you know, and this, either he played that or that's an upcoming role for him. Or even one of the characters goes, "I feel like an asshole," and someone goes, "Well, you're just saying that because you got some preparation H on your face." And that's the segment where they're doing the scene, and James LeGros frame or obscured, that he's doing it on purpose because he's pissed off Catherine Keener. Dermot Mulroney, I like him as an actor. He was fun. Like when James LeGros, "Is this my new mark?" And then under his breath, Dermot Mulroney goes, "Till you fucking change it." I love when Steve Buscemi calls James LeGros, "Your hostess 20 motherfucker." Because the guy was screwing up on purpose and fucking things up, and then James LeGros says, "You know what, fuck this. Someone said you were tight with Tarantino. You're nowhere, man." And so, yeah, Steve Buscemi had enough and said, "You know what, you hostess 20 motherfucker." And they start having a fight. And then Catherine Keener kisses Steve Buscemi. And then you realize that's a second dream. But Catherine Keener's dream. And I kind of wish these were not dream sequences. I wish they were actual parts of the making of this film. Like you just showcase, the film could be a bit longer and showcase more of the making of this movie. Pre-production, production. You don't even have to go into editing and all that. Just go, like, why do these have to be dream sequences? Like, why do we have to go that route? I'm not really sure. I mean, I'm never going to contact the director, but that'd be my question, like, why does he have to be dream sequences? I'm not sure. I was waiting for the third one to be a dream sequence, but it's not. So, really, this is the only real part of the movie is they're doing this scene about a dream scene, and Peter Dinklage, and either there's too much smoke, or Steve Buscemi's mom arrives and she's not supposed to be there, or Buscemi gives a pep talk to Dermot Mulroney because his relationship isn't working well, and then Peter Dinklage gets pissed because things start going wrong. They guys keep redoing the tape, and then Peter Dinklage goes, "You know what? Have you ever had a dream with a dwarf?" "No." "Exactly. No one has dreams about dwarves. I don't even have dreams about dwarves, and I am a dwarf. The only time I've seen dwarves in dreams is in stupid movies like this." I did laugh at that because that is true. The only time you see is either like Twin Peaks or other. The fact that Peter Dinklage, "Oh, let's be weird. Let's put a dwarf in there." I thought that was a funny exchange. And then he quits. And then Steve Buscemi's mom does the scene without him telling her or anything, and then it becomes a better scene. And the movie kind of ends there, where there's this fun moment where the guy's rolling sounds to have to be quiet for like 30 seconds, and each one is kind of having a daydream, and some of them are simple, like one guy's daydreaming about lunch and one guy's daydreaming about this girl that he likes, and then Steve Buscemi's daydreaming about winning an award, about telling the people who talk shit about him they go fuck themselves, and he almost says fuck, but he really got to keep quiet. And yeah, that's kind of how the movie ends. Like I said, I would have preferred if it was more showcasing the entire production of this movie and not have the first two segments just dream sequences. Again, I don't really get what the point of that was. but I thought the cast did a good job. I'm fascinated with movies about the making of movies. Doesn't mean they're always good movies, but I'm interested in that. Whether it be, what was that one? Oh God, Gunnar Hansen was in it. Brian O'Halloran was in it. I think it was called like Brutal Massacre or something, or I forget what it was called. There was that movie. There was, oh, the film I saw, One Cut of the Dead. That was an interesting film. Shadow the Vampire I did not care for at all. But yeah, there's movies I like, but I'm just fascinated with the day-to-day life of making of a film and the ups and downs, and it was funny to see all the downs, all the screw-ups involved. And like I said, Steve Buscemi did a good job as the lead. There's not too many films where Steve Buscemi got to be the lead in a movie, that I think about it. Usually he's a supporting character. I'm trying to think of another. Yeah, there's not many movies he got to be the lead. I know there's a couple more. One, the title's at the tip of my tongue but escaping me. I think it starts with Ed and his dead mother or something. I'm not sure. Maybe that's someone else. But it was cool to see him as a lead. He's a good character actor. It was cool to see Dermot Mulroney and others in there. And it got some chuckles on me. I liked some of the dialogue. I never heard someone referred to as a hostess twinkie motherfucker, but I might have to steal that line for future reviews or rants. And overall, this was a fun film. If you like the movies about the making of movies, and it was a hilarious laugh a minute, but it was fun to watch. It was entertaining to watch. Again, the cast did their jobs well. I don't understand the format of why this was made this way, where again your first two segments are fucking dream sequences, but oh well. With that said, I liked it. It was a fun film. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye bye.